What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Football Manager save. This is episode number 90. And still returning with two big games with Dortmund as face Villarreal in the Champions League phase and away at the Veltins Arena against Schalke. Before we get to the games though, shout out for getting on off camera. And of course, in the last episode, you saw our 2-1 win away in Italy in the opening game of the Champions League phase against Lazio, and then the 2-1 win over Hoffenheim. 4 games off camera, 3 in the league and 1 in Europe, and as you'll see, the winning run extended as you remain undefeated this season. Began with a comfortable 5-0 win at home to SC Freiburg. 5 different goal scorers in the 5-0 win as well. Ozcan from the spot, Company heading in a cross. Stefano Stridi scored his first goal for the club, and what a goal it was as well. Well, that's that old saying, if you're going to score your first goal for your club, make sure it's a memorable one. This was a contender for goal of the season. Banged one in, 25 yards out, top bins, clipping the inside of the post. And he scored 2 goals in 6 minutes in the second half. First Mukoko, and then Nico Schlotterbeck scoring against his former club, his first goal of the season as well. Following that 3-0 win against Levski Sofia at home in the second game of the Champions League phase. Won't show you the goals here, but once again it was Oscar from the spot. And Diaz and Mane scoring their first goals for the club. And following that, a big 1-0 win away against Mainz as well. Really tough game. This one could not break Mainz down. Brought on Araujo for Mukoko, who once again fired a blank on Enrique. Last year's top scorer for us managed to bail us out in the 69th minute. And the final game was a 2-0 win at home to Union Berlin. The visitors did have their chances, but we were lucky to strike at both ends of the game. I should say both end of the halves of the game, if you will. Does that make sense? Both half ends. Well, both goals in stoppage time. In the first half, Romero banging one in from 20 yards, bottom corner, and then Felipe Mane scored his second goal in 3 in a 2-0 victory. So, right now, here's what's going on. Despite our amazing run to start the season off, in the Champions League, back-to-back wins, we're where we want to be, top 8, right now, guaranteed to be going through to the second knockout round. But in the Bundesliga... What an amazing start to the season. 7 wins in 8, undefeated, joint top scorers, second best defensive record. You're thinking, gotta be top, right? Of course we bloody ain't. We're in Bayern Munich's league and we're just playing in it and participating. 8 wins from 8 for the holders and the 19 time in a row winners. 100%, only 1 goal conceded in 8 matches as well. It's Bayern's country, man. We're just lucky to be part of it. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I do want to challenge Bayern this year, and right now we're doing our job, but it's only a matter of time before we have a slip-up. I don't feel like the opening day draw away at the Bayern Arena can be counted as a slip-up, because it's a really good result against the side who I would say are the second, if not third, strongest side in Germany alongside us, but I don't know. I don't know how we're ever going to stop them. Anyway, heading into the first game is indeed Villarreal in the Champions League phase. We're staying with the same shape and system, because at the moment it's working really well. We're actually the joint worst record in the Bundesliga for yellow cards, even though I've got the stay on feet instruction. I swear, bookings and red cards in Bundesliga are really common. But anyway, this is our team. We've got Kobel in goal, back four of Nets, Schlotterbeck, Mane and Stridi with Samuel Lokonga and Ozcan through the middle. Company's on the left, Romero's on the right, and Diaz supports Araujo, who this season has scored more goals than Mukoko. Why did I drop £80 million on the return for Yusufa when Enrique is just as good? On the bench, you got Olszewski, Steiger, Creswell, the Dragon, Cruiser, Watjen, Vimmer, Papaz, Reina, Diao, TL, and Yusufa as well. Yeah, quite disappointing. I'm not going to lie, quite disappointing. Only 4 goals in 8 in the Bundesliga. It's listen, it's saving me some money, don't get me wrong, but I thought we would have seen a little bit more from Yusufa thus far. Even so, first 2 games, it's Villarreal at the Signal Iduna Park. Let's make it 3 wins and 3 in the Bundesliga, in the Champions League, and keep our good run going. Come on, Dortmund. A few years ago, with Bournemouth knocked out of the Europa League by Villarreal. Well, this is for Bournemouth, guys. This is for Bournemouth. Let's get our revenge on Villarreal. Do you remember that title? We were up by, I think, 2. And then we lost the second leg 4-0. It was so bad. When you talk about collapses, that's one of the worst I've ever had in Football Manager. 4-0 when we were leading by 2 heading into the second leg in Spain. But anyway, 10 minutes in, Araujo was offside. They're still 0-0. I'd probably take a point in this game, to be fair. Schalke away at the Veltins is going to be... it's Nicholas Jackson. It's the bar. Really, really tough one. And as I mentioned before, we kind of scraped by in our last 2 games. Weren't exactly comfortable victories. So we know the slip-ups are right around the corner. And I quite like to get them out of the way before we face Bayern next month. But even so, still 0-0. Tough start to the game here. I swear, oftentimes my strikers are like Brian Donnelly, camera shy. There's a reference for the old school Docs fans. But still tied at 0-0. Araujo struggling a bit out there as we're still deadlocked. And still tied at 0-0. I do predict one clear-cut chance in the second half, though. So if we get it, we've got to take it. Antoni Company beats Denzel Dumfries. And there is Araujo, who says, I ain't camera shy like Brian was. And here's to you, Brian Donnelly. JC loves you more than you will know. Oh, I ain't forgot it. Araujo heads home from close range. And 9 minutes after the restart, Howler from the former into fullback Dumfries gives us an easy crossing opportunity and Araujo with a simple header. 1-0 Dortmund in front of the Signal Iduna Park. I get asked a lot, like, who was my favourite hero in my Football Manager saves. I think if we're talking, like, no restrictions, there's only really one answer for me, and you know who it is. The alpha male, Jason. But if we're talking just new gens, it's a tough one, man. It's a really, really tough one. But maybe it would be Donnelly. I'm not too sure. I think it probably would. Tough one, though. Tough one. Anyway, still up by a goal here. If we get a second goal, we can take control of this game here and try and see this out. And I'll take my starters off with Schalke and Gelsenkirchen in a few days' time. Lakonga looking for company. Taken down. Oh, Denzel Dumfries has struggled out there. Another error from the Dutch fullback, and that should be a spot kick. Shoves over Antoni Company, who's ran him ragged down that left-hand side. And the VAR will award a penalty for Borussia Dortmund, which Ozcan will take. A chance for us to go 2-0 up as the vice-captain stands over the ball from 12 yards and sends the keeper the wrong way. 2-0 Dortmund, our winning run surely extended. Man, I love Antoni Company. He's such a great player. He really is. I dream of the day where we can have a Sammy Lakonga has loads of space here and drills it off the post, trickles across the goal line of Villarreal clear. I dream of the day where I can have Company on the left, Quezada on the right. And who would lead our line? I'm not too sure. Dominic Solanke coming back? Who knows? Even so, 15 minutes to go. This game is ours now. He's actually had a really tough start to life at Old Trafford for those curious. I'll try and remember to show his stats come full time. Here is Denzel Dumfries. Looks to make amends away. And that kind of sums up his night here in Germany as he blazes one way over the bar for a 3-point conversion. But that will do it. Dortmund's winning run extended, undefeated since the start of the season, and have won every game since match day 2 in all competitions this season. So well done, boys. It's a good win, good performance as well, as we get the 2 goals in the second half to give us another 3 points as we remain perfect in the Champions League. So yeah, just before I move on, I want to show you how Quezada is currently getting on with Manchester United, because he's struggling. Like, he is struggling a little bit. And are they in the Champions League? They're not. Wait, sure they are. I don't know they are. I forgot they haven't got the licensing. But yeah, he struggled. He's really struggled. Oh, now he's injured as well. Shocker. He was always injured with me with a hip injury now. But yeah, no goals or assists in 6 games. None in the Carabao Cup or the Community Shield either. It's only in Europe where he's been getting the job done for Manchester United thus far. They spent the big bucks on him. Well, I wonder if, like Mukoko, they'll cash in on a loss in 18 months' time. Still in the favoured personnel, of course. He did get that club trained at Bournemouth. He just got it before he left there. But yeah, one day we'll link up with the real deal once again. Also, Land Shooter, by the way, because I know some of you will be curious about his development. Look at these positive arrows. Oh my god, I'm so excited. 1 month to go before his 16th birthday. We'll celebrate it together. Joint party at the training ground. And how old will I be in 2031? Oh, fucking hell, 39. Jesus. But yeah, Land Shooter, he'll be turning 16 next month on my birthday. I can't wait. Our birthday, I should say. I can't wait. We've got a game against Hamburg on that day as well. And I don't know if I'm allowed to register players on that day. I don't know if I've got to wait until a new transfer window and a registration window opens, but we'll see. If we can register him, it'll make his debut there at the Volkspark Stadion and set a Bundesliga record. I'm so excited, seriously. So our game is tomorrow. I've just come back early because Bayern are playing Leipzig here. And fingers crossed Leipzig can do us a favour. You know, I've got a feeling that Guardiola's side mightn't do that, you know. I've got a feeling they might go to the Allianz and get the point that will give us a chance to go top with a win over Schalke. Fingers crossed Pep can pull off a masterclass there away. No, he didn't. Fucking hell. Why do I even kid myself? Like, seriously. 9 wins in 9. Last year they won the title undefeated. This year, I would not be surprised if they do it back to back. Invincible seasons. Can you imagine 34 wins in 34? And 1 goal conceded for the season. Why have I come to Germany, man? Seriously, I couldn't cut it in England. There's no way I can beat Bayern to the title, man. Well, certainly not with that attitude, and certainly not if we can't win these games either. If Bayern ain't ever going to slip up, then that means we can't from here on out either for the rest of the season. So away in Gelsenkirchen, Schalke off to a really good start this season with their wonder kid Bielefeld off to a great start himself as well. 11 goals in 8 in the Bundesliga for the 18-year-old German youth talent. Heading into the game, this will be our team. Right now, no one's injured still. I don't want to jinx it, but touch wood, it continues because at the moment we're doing a good job of keeping our players fit here. And this is our team. 4-2-3-1 with the same tactics. And Gabel is in goal, about 4 of Nets, the Dragon, Creswell and Striddy. With Cruiser and Ozcan, the DM duo. Company on the left, Romero on the right, and Reina supporting Mukoko. Tough start to the season for Yusufa. I could really do with him having a great game here away at the Veltins. On the bench, Olszewski, Schlotterbeck, Mane, Watjen, Sambila Conga, Brahim Diaz, Wimmer Thiel, and also Araujo as well. Second and final game, Gelsenkirchen, Schalke at the Veltins. Come on, Borussia Dortmund. Yep, Schalke trying to get back in the big time, looking for a Champions League place for next season. And they made a great start to the campaign as well, and has this guy too, Bielefeld. Oh! To Soboslai, and the Hungarian strikes just wide. Still 0-0. I can definitely see our first loss of the season coming here. Revierderby away at the Veltins. Schalke in great form. Their top scorer, Bielefeld, is the top scorer. And he's not been involved for the opening goal, but it is the hosts who have got it. Soboslai whips in the corner, and Akomia heads home from close range. Only our 6th goal conceded in the league this season, and it's Schalke who take the lead. This to me is where the gap between us and Bayern in terms of quality is kind of revealed, really. You know, Bayern would come here and win like 2-0 as Romero crosses, and yes, Mukoko ends his mini goal drought and makes it 1-1, whereas we'll come here and we'll probably take a point, you know, against an informed Schalke side away at the Veltins. A point would be a decent result here, whereas for Bayern, they expect to win every single game. And that kind of sums up the difference in quality between us and the very best in Germany. Mukoko weren't going to miss that from 6 yards, 1-1, back on level terms. Come on, Dortmund, come on. We got to keep the pace with Bayern, man. We cannot let them jump out to an early lead in the first half of the season. Great ball by Yusufa. Here's Romero down the right. He's got men in the middle. He's been dispossessed as Nubel clears. But this is the response I wanted from Dortmund. This is the response I wanted. Go a goal down, but don't feel sorry for yourselves. Get back out there and see if you can get yourself in front for the first time. Antoni, company. What a ball by Cruiser. He's still awkward in that DLP DM position, but he's had a good start to the season, and it's another assist for our number 2. It's a lovely ball over the top to catch company, one-on-one, and the Spaniard convert to the near post. 2 in 2 minutes, Dortmund flip the script and leading Gelsenkirchen. Yeah, great start to the season for Cruiser. Absolutely brilliant start here. Already a few assists for us this year, including the, was it the game winner in the Super Cup or the level? I can't remember now. But he's had a great start to his Dortmund career. And whilst again he is awkward and makeshift in this DM position, it certainly isn't hampering his ability and form. So leading by 1 at the break, coming from behind to be in front. But I will say to the lads here, stick to the plan in the second half. Remain focused and we'll win this. So don't get complacent. Second half to begin, up by 1. Get a 3rd goal and I think we'll see this out. And here's a chance from a free kick which Antoni Company is going to take. He's quite good from dead ball situations. Oh, and he's just bent one in. Past Nobel to make it 3-1. This Spanish kid is something special, man. And I'll say it again. The dream for me is that one day in the future we'll have Quezada on the right and Company on the left. What a finish from Antoni from 22 yards. What a response this has been from Dortmund. What a response as Loreen hits it out wide for Luca. And Romero gives it back to Charlie. Creswell into Ozcan. And now Reina through to Company, chasing a hat-trick here down this left-hand side. Whips one to the far post. There's Romero, who heads just off target. What a response. What a response. And we're saying to Bayern, we are going to stay on your coattails, lads. We ain't letting you go. You might be perfect, but we're not too far off that. We ain't going to let you go at that top of the table. Strilly to nets, and our left back finds company, who's had an absolutely brilliant game out there, and there's a chance for his hat-trick, and he almost had it as well. Clips the post, and Schalke escapes, still only down by 2. That was almost good night Schalke there, but instead the hosts are hanging on in there. I've seen a Bielefeld. That wonder kid has now gone off, and that's a really good sign for us. We should be able to see this game out now without their star man up top. Luca Nets comes inside and the bell tips it over. 12 minutes on the clock here in the Revierderby, as we still lead Schalke by 3-1 and aim to see this big win out to keep pace with Bayern at the top of the table. Stefano Strilly sends it down the line for Romero. Running down this right flank, and he needs a teammate. He's got one in Ozcan, and now Cruiser takes over. Loreen, lovely touch into Mukoko, finds a bit of space. There's Brahim Diaz to wrap it up. 4-1 Borussia Dortmund. What a comeback at the Veltins Arena. Statement made in the best possible way. As Brahim Diaz, almost got his second goal since coming off the bench, but I think that he's probably going to do it with 6 minutes on the clock. Schalke, we know you want top 4, but take it in stages. You're definitely not going to be in a title race this year. That's for us and Bayern to battle out. What a big win this will be, and what a comeback as well. I don't know whether we can topple Bayern this season. I don't know how much longer we'll be able to keep pace with them, but for now, 8 wins in 9 and still undefeated. If only that VAR didn't allow that Mukoko winner on the opening day away at the Bayer Arena. We'd be joint top right now. Still, that'll do it. I'll certainly take it. I would have had a point. Instead, we get the win. 4-1 the final score as we come from behind to win the Revierderby. Company with a brace. 1 for Mukoko and 1 for Brahim as well. Means after the win, the table now looks like this. Second place, and there's no doubt about it. Even 9 games in, I think this is going to be a 2-horse race. Us versus Bayern, who remain perfect through 9 games. But that will end today's episode of the Football Manager Save, guys. So big thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, if you had, then please do drop a like. You'll have a fantastic day. You know what I'm coming back with, don't you? Yep, Bayern Munich, the first Der Klassiker of the league season, as we face Nagelsmann's side. Will they still be perfect heading into the game at home? Well, I guess we'll find out. And then we'll do Porto away in the Champions League at the Dragao as well. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Football Manager Save very soon.